Trust is the key to our economy and financial system. It is the single most important element that allows us to interact and trade. 11,000 years ago, with the emergence of system of bartering, the first man and women started exchanging gold back then. People would only trade with other people within their tribe that they know and trust. But as the year went by, the population started growing exponentially. It became harder and harder to personally know and trust everyone. Lack of interoperability, a problem that I believe you all face when you go to the doctor, even it is in a very critical state. Your doctor often have to run a test to know what's going on, even if the colleague from other hospital have already done so previously. There is no way for our hospital to retrieve the information from other hospital. Of course, the result in massive loss of time, eventually life. Trust has only in bank or other financial institute, but also in government third party and big corporation hit rock bottom. It was a very moment that anonymous person or group of people or may be familiar with Bitcoin. You may not be familiar with the technology required for it to work, blockchain. So now, what is blockchain? Blockchain is a system that stores information in a network of personal computer called node. There is no central entity like bank or government controlling it. The system is what we call distributed, which means that all the computers in the network have the same information. Imagine that blockchain is like a big public ledger that lists all the transactions that have been executed between two parties. Each transaction is a timestamp and immutable. That means once you add the transaction or an information to the blockchain, you cannot go back and change it or delete it. The people in the network that verify the transaction are called miners. To do so, they take the transaction information, run it through the secure hash algorithm that provides with the unique output called hash. Now, it is important to remember that only hash is stored in the blockchain and not the transaction information. That means if you see to have the hash, you cannot go back and retrieve the information transaction. This is ensure privacy. I will show you how it works in 5 really easy understanding steps. First, healthcare provider collect information from patient. Second, the data is stored in the existing database in hospital. Then, this is where it gets tricky. A hash is created from each source of the data and it is redirected to the blockchain. 4. The patient decides who has access to his own medical record. And 5. Healthcare stakeholder can create the blockchain and access the information. In Cambodia, even World Bank doesn't have blockchain system. So now we decide to bring this modern technology to improve access to care. Healthcare access is one of the main barriers to quality of care. So if it is a unique opportunity, so let me take this opportunity to invite you all to be a part of health revolution.